Get your Canadian passport in $100,000. My name is Kamal Parmar and I'm the director of your immigration company. We have been helping business owners like yourself immigrate to Canada, get a business, and get permanent residency and that lucrative Canadian passport. What is the process? The process is the Alberta Rural Entrepreneur Process, where you spend money and the money is not given to the government, unlike some $5 million cards. This is your money which you spend on your own business and get permanent residency. Let me do a pros and cons taking Dubai as an example before you make up your mind if this video is for you or not. Just again, taking Dubai as an example because we have a lot of clients from Dubai. First of all, Canadian permanent residency lets you live, work, and stay in Canada permanently. Huge difference. I know a lot of families who've lived in Dubai for 30, 40 years, and after their visas were done, they had to go back. That is not the case with Canada, especially once you get your Canadian passport. We'll get to the Canadian passport, how you can get that, but the first step to getting that lucrative Canadian passport is getting your permanent residency, which I will explain in detail. Again, you get that passport, which will help you travel to more than 190 countries. With Dubai, you have no permanent stay in Dubai. You will need visas to continue your living in Dubai and continue. You'll be to be sponsored by a sponsor. It can be lost if you leave the country or your visa situation has changed. You are entirely and absolutely dependent on your employer. You can never call Dubai your home. You can buy properties for escalation and hope, and that bubble will fall. But at the end of the day, Canada is a place which you can call home, and the entire family gets to be here. Yes, it's unlike your Dubai where that golden visa lets you sponsor your families as well. Unfortunately, Canada does not allow that, but it does allow you to build your own legacy going forward. So you plus your kids, anyone under the age of 22, will immigrate to Canada with you in this process. Just gonna go over a few more points before we start with why this process might be for you. Again, before your visa expires in Dubai, the government will start sending you messages about your visa renewal. That constant pressure of renewing your visas every 2 to 3 years is done with once you become a permanent resident, which is not the case in Dubai ever. You'll never be a Dubai permanent resident, or if I'm correcting myself, a UAE permanent resident or national. We also know nationals who are UAE nationals, the ultra high net worth individuals who are fortunate enough to be given the opportunity to hold a UAE passport, not being inherent citizens of UAE. But there's a small difference. They're not given a family book, so they do not have the freedom of what a natural UAE citizen does. Unlike Canadian citizens. I am a Canadian citizen, not by descent, but by naturalization. And I've chosen this country and I proudly call this country my home. Now, how can you get to this point? The process is known as the Alberta Rural Entrepreneur Process. What are the requirements of the process? The first and the foremost requirement is you need to have 3 years of business ownership or 4 years of senior management experience. This is the paramount requirement. If you do not have this, unfortunately, this video is not for you. And thank you for watching us till here. But if you do have this and you have $100,000 to invest in a business or start a new business, you can also buy an existing business. You can also collaborate with Canadians on starting a new business as well. And again, this money, unlike those $5 million golden visa cards, is not given to the government. This is your money, which you will invest by your own hands after you get your visas. So the money isn't spent even before coming to Canada. You will spend the money after your visas are approved and you come to Canada with your entire family, you set up inside Canada, you make Canada your own country. In the process, you will also help Canadians, and I'll explain how. Just going back to the process, the first step is getting an endorsement letter. Who gives the endorsement letter? It's the cities. So if we're taking again Dubai as an example, the Dubai City Council or whatever the council is called in Dubai will issue a letter for you to come and live and work in their own city. We are obviously with you in the entire process where we talk or we liaison between you and the city officers who have been mandated by the cities and explain them the business process that you wish to entail on. This could be any business. You can start your own business, you can buy an existing business, and we have a plethora of businesses which you can buy. But if, let's say, for example, you had a restaurant back home, and back home could be anywhere in the world, and you wish to have an exquisite cuisine and want to introduce an exquisite cuisine to Canada, you can come here, start a new restaurant in under $100,000 and get permanent residency. So again, going back to the process, you get the endorsement letter, and then using the endorsement letter, you go to the government of Alberta. We're taking the Alberta province as an example because even if you do not have visitor visas, you can still apply for the process from outside Canada as well. A similar process in British Columbia exists, but you need visitor visas for those applications. So again, once you get the endorsement letter from the city, you need to go to the government of Alberta. The government of Alberta will then mandate some companies to dig deep into your net worth, the investment you're saying you will promise, the business plan that you're saying you wish to execute in Canada, and then your history as well, like how old your companies are, what have you done in your past, and so on and so forth. Once they're satisfied, they'll issue you a letter of support. That letter of support will help you get a 24-month work permit from the government of Canada. Once that work permit comes in, at this stage is when you will start spending the $100,000. In the process, you'll help Canadians as well. So how do you help Canadians? You will need to create a bare minimum of one job for 6 months who is not, for a Canadian that's not a relative of yours. So as soon as you have completed the requirements of the program, which is spent $100,000 and created one Canadian job for a bare minimum of 6 months, you can apply and attain for a provincial nomination from the government of Alberta. That provincial nomination certificate will help you get permanent residency. The whole process will roughly take 18 to 24 months. And once you have your permanent residency, congratulations. At this stage, 2 years down the road, you will be eligible to apply for your Canadian passport. That passport will then help you navigate 190 plus cities, 190 plus countries without the requirement of a visa. What's the best part about this? If you are living in Dubai or anywhere in the Arab world, you do not have to live in Canada after you get your citizenship. If you wish, you can go back as well, although why would anyone leave Canada? But if you wish, you can go back to your home countries as well after you get your passports. So the process again is known as the Alberta Rural Entrepreneur. This is for a businessman, $100,000 liquid. No investment is required prior to coming to Canada. After you get your visas, you'll invest that money in a business of your own choice, or we can recommend liquor stores, grocery stores, small restaurants, gas stations. These are all some examples of the businesses you can invest in. And again, if you have any manufacturing businesses which you have been doing back home, a travel business, anything which you want to introduce to the Canadian economy, the Canadian government is welcoming that. Rural Entrepreneur Program in Alberta, reach out to the team YIC and would love to help you out. So we'll see you on the other side. For now, there is a promotion going on for the first 20 candidates that will sign up with us. We're not charging consultation fees. After those 20 slots are filled up, it's $500 per consultation. We wish you are able to take the advantage of this opportunity, and thank you for watching the video till the very end. Again, my name is Kamal, and thank you so much.